As Christians, we're called to go and make disciples. And that means a lot of things, but it really begins with one thing, and that's understanding how to share the gospel. And I understand how nervous that can be. We don't want to get it wrong. We don't want to say the wrong thing. So how do we do it? So today I want to give you a tool for how to share the gospel. And I'm doing it on a whiteboard just because of the purposes of this video. But the fact is, it's better done on the back of a napkin at Chick-fil-A or at Starbucks, or even in the sandbox with some kids if you're hanging out and just want to share your faith. It's called 3 Circles, and it goes like this. We live in a world that is broken. All you have to do is look at your own hurt and pain to prove that that exists. There's stuff that's happened in your past proving that we live in a broken world. But even if we look at the world around us, we still have prejudice and slavery and just unbridled anger everywhere. And the problem we sit in is this: we live in this world. But the fact and the bigger reality is this: that's not how we were supposed to be. God always had a perfect design. He had a way that He wanted us to be so we could be with Him. And originally He put Adam and Eve in the garden and we weren't broken, but what they did was they chose to live life their own way. And anytime we choose to live life our own way, it's known as sin, and they brought sin into the world and we perpetuate it every single day with our lives. And that's where we sit today. We sit in brokenness. But here's the good news. God always had a plan. He always had a plan. And because He's God, He came down to earth. And because He's perfect, He was able to pay the price for the sin that we've done that made us broken. And not only did He pay the price, He rose again, proving that He is God, and also to deal with our sin. And the good news is this: that if we turn and follow Jesus, He will then restore us to God's perfect design. And that is the good news, that we don't have to continue living in this brokenness, that we can be in God's perfect design. But here's the thing, it doesn't just stop there. Because when we know Jesus, He then grows us. He grows us to be more like Him every day in our character, in our thoughts, our deeds, and our actions. And ultimately, we get to mimic Him. And what I mean is this: He then tells us to go back into the brokenness, step back into the world, and show other people the good news. This is what is known as the gospel. The good news that though we were broken, He entered this brokenness to restore us to His perfect design. And now we get to go and share that same hope with others.